Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about trapezoids. First off, what is a trapezoid? A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides. So when we start talking about the parts of a trapezoid, we have the top base and the bottom base. They're both just bases, but I like to call them top and bottom just to help you out visually. We also have our base angles, which are down here. And we have our legs. Some important pieces of information to know here are that all four angles add to 360. The other important piece of information is that consecutive, which means next to, consecutive angles are supplementary, but it's specifically consecutive angles on different bases. That's really important. So it's consecutive angles on different bases are supplementary. Supplementary means they add to 180. Okay, so that's also important. Okay, so for example, two consecutive angles that would add to 180 would be R and A. So angle R plus angle A would equal 180 because they are on different bases. R is on the top base, A is on the bottom base. I could not say, however, P and A add to 180 because they're both on the bottom base. So although they are next to each other, consecutive, it does not work that way. Okay. We also have an isosceles trapezoid where the diagonals are congruent. So these two legs are congruent. These two top angles on the top base are congruent, and the two bottom base angles are congruent. We also know that these are parallel, the top and the bottom bases. Okay. Then we have our median, which is a segment that joins the midpoint of the legs. So this right here would be a median, making these 2 points midpoints. Remember that a midpoint makes these congruent. Do not forget that. All right, now I'm going to flip over to the additional properties about isosceles trapezoids. First is the property that says that both pairs of base angles of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So that's what we already talked about. These are congruent, and so are these in an isosceles trapezoid, not in a normal trapezoid. Also in an isosceles trapezoid, the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent, which we already touched on. Okay, so that means this, if I called this AB and this CD, I could say AB is congruent to CD. Okay, lastly, this is a property that's for any trapezoid, all trapezoids. The median of a trapezoid is parallel to the bases. So this is parallel, that's parallel to each other. And its measure is 1/2 the sum of the measures of the bases. So for example, if this base is 3x minus 1, the median is 10, and the bottom base is 7x plus 1. What I would do here is I would do base plus base, okay, times 1/2 should equal my median. So add the two bases, multiply it by 1/2, and you'll get your median. So I'm going to add the two bases, 3x minus 1 plus 7x plus 1. Multiply that by a half, and I should get the median of 10. That's going to help me find x. Okay, so in this case, I'm trying to find x. So I'm going to simplify what's in these parentheses. 3x and 7x is 10x. My 1's cancel. That gives me 5x equals 10 because I multiplied 10 by half. So x is 2. That's just an example of a type of median trapezoid problem you would see. Okay. I will do one additional video going over a few problems with trapezoids, so tune into that. Okay, have a great day.